Hey, everybody.
Hi, friends. It's good to be here again.
Absolutely. Must be working tonight. Oh, Sarah's at work too. Rough week. Yeah, that Mars Sun conjunction opposing Uranus. I've been hearing that from a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Quite the energy. Yes, much love to anybody who's struggling this week. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Hello, Pam. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, so good to see everybody. I cannot believe that it is Thanksgiving on Thursday. It just
I
seems
know.
crazy.
Yeah, it is flying by, but
Hey, Robert.
hi there.
Yeah, it really is. I know it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be we're gonna be talking about 2024 here before we know it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, mentioning kind of what Sarah said too, like lots of people are looking forward to the holidays, but there's a lot of people that struggle with it too. So that's always something to make note of. Hey,
Definitely.
Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Mhm.
Kathy made it.
Hi, Kathy. Glad you're here.
Yes,
Hey there.
hello all. Yeah. All right. Well, since we are just a few days from Thanksgiving, Alyssa and I decided that we were going to talk about gratitude practices, and we really want to hear from you guys as well on what you guys like to do for your gratitude practices. We've got a couple of examples and then just some suggestions as well. So let me.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is a United States holiday, but gratitude is an element of life for all of us, whether you celebrate the holiday or not, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just a
Yes.
great time to kind of look at that and review that a little bit.
Right. Gratitude should be practiced always, but Thanksgiving is a wonderful time to refine that practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, first, I want to share I had a beautiful night last night. We went to go see fireworks. It was uh, in my town, the Park District. We're celebrating 100 years. So, they did fireworks, and it was so beautiful and little pictures of the moon with it. Such a wonderful night.
That's
And
so beautiful.
I think part of when I was looking at, the topic of gratitude for tonight, it is finding magic in those little moments. Being
Mhm.
grateful for small moments help you really appreciate the big ones when they come around as well. Um, yeah. Sun Mars opposing Uranus. It is a crazy week, and I
Mhm.
think that the archetype of Uranus being a little bit chaotic and can bring surprises also created destabilizing things this week that maybe we didn't foresee either, which I feel like can almost create more anxiety
Mhm.
and some of the problems that I've heard people dealing with this
Yeah.
week.
The sun
Hoping
and
that
Mars are just very in your face together, right? Just those two planets sitting together for such a long period of time. Very,
absolutely.
very much in your face and forward and fast and quick too, like fast and furious things happening.
Right. The fact that these aspects are happening at the same time is not as common. The Sun and Mars is a 2 year transit. The Sun opposing Uranus is a 1 year transit. And the fact that they're happening together just makes for a higher tense energy than normal when we're getting one at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then as the Sun and Mars come off of that interaction with Uranus, they're coming right into interaction with Pluto, and then into a square with Saturn too as they change signs as they move into Sagittarius. So
Right.
kind of
Not
like a little bit of a bam, bam, bam. But
Totally.
that's part of why gratitude is so important, to remember that even if things are difficult, trying to stay in that thankfulness and like you mentioned, Kristin, being thankful for the little things.
Hmm.
It might be easier to find one small thing in your immediate environment to be thankful for rather than like a big picture thing. And that's
Absolutely.
totally fine. That's totally okay. That's Thomas has talked a lot lately about like, um, everybody coming down their own path at their own time. And, um, you know, sometimes we have to kind of pull ourselves back into that higher energy, into that higher timeline. I've heard him talk a lot about just the very difference in paths and kind of like the ebbs and flows. Um, so I think being able to okay with just finding something small kind of speaks to that a little bit.
Absolutely. And, I think that was definitely last night for me and enjoying that time with my family. We didn't find out about fireworks until about an hour before they started. And
Oh,
so, the fact that everything just kind of fell into place and us being able to enjoy that time together, I'm grateful for those moments that are impromptu.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
so, yeah, I wanted to share these beautiful photos from
Yeah,
last
those
night
are so
too.
pretty. The sunset and the moon and the fireworks. Oh gosh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
fireworks at 5 o'clock in the evening, which is a little nuts, but, winter fireworks.
That's so cool.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
very beautiful. Hi,
Hello.
Amelia. Hey, Melissa.
Oh, Melissa had a crazy week too, or amazing week. Oh, that's great. Today crashed. Yeah, you know what? I feel like after a big week, you just need a little rest. So hopefully you had a nice Sunday that you got to kind of catch up on some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some rest. Yep,
Mhm.
definitely. Oh, traveling to Florida, spending Thanksgiving break out there, I assume. Very cool.
Good for you. I know Florida's your
Yeah,
happy place, and I can't wait for you to be in the sunshine. That's awesome. Safe
absolutely. Some
travels,
toes in
Melissa.
the sand. I love
Mhm.
that. That's very great self-care.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, happy place
Yeah,
in the sunshine.
totally. The moon in the background was so
Mhm.
beautiful. It was very nice to have clear skies. Yeah, back
Yeah,
in the
you deserve it,
sunshine.
Melissa. Hardworking teacher. Definitely deserve it.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had my toes in the sand this week too. That would be really nice. Okay, so here are my couple of suggestions for practicing gratitude. And this is also where I would like to hear from you guys on just what your favorite techniques are as well. I have journaling or a list. I mean, I think that even just making a list and not having to fully commit to a journal is very, very helpful. um, Saying thanks for immediate things that are you're grateful for, small acts of kindness, practicing mindfulness, and then practicing gratitude meditations.
Yeah, those
Alyssa
are
and
all
I
great
were
suggestions.
talking about the importance of practicing acts of kindness and the um, being able to put that energy out into the world to bring it back to you, and the importance of you feeling gratefulness from somebody else for something that you've done. And the easiest way to kind of put that energy out there is to create acts of kindness.
Yeah, it's that kind of like rippling effect type thing, right? You give out kindness, and then it's going to come back to you some way or another. And also, it's a lot easier when you feel that somebody is thankful for you or somebody shows you gratitude. It's a lot easier to be thankful or show gratitude yourself. Um,
Hmm.
whether it's a big uh, like a big gratitude thing or something, or if it's just somebody just saying thank you to you, it makes a big difference. um, I see that with my kids. You know, if I say thank you to them, they get a big smile on their face. Or if they say thank you to me and I say you're welcome, just that small acknowledgement puts a smile on their face and makes them
Absolutely.
happy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I think the keeping a gratitude journal and writing down a list. Sometimes I just mentally come up with things to be grateful for, but there's something about writing it down and having
Mm-hmm.
it in front of you, where you can see it either in that moment or read it back to yourself at a future time if you need to. So I think there's definitely something to be said about writing things down. Um, yeah, practicing mindfulness and gratitude meditations. I have a personal yoga meditation practice where I roll up my mat almost every day. And that starting out my day in a yoga practice, which is a practice of gratitude and thankfulness in many different ways itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it sets your day, it just sets you up for success in a way, even if you know that you have a hard day in front of you or hard things that you're dealing with. Um, it doesn't have to be a long period of time either.
Right. Absolutely.
Um, so yeah,
Mm. Here's Mary with our first. Says 3 things grateful for upon waking to set the mood for the day. Love to do the list. Having a bad day, doing acts of kindness make me feel good. Yeah. Yeah, I think Alyssa makes a great point about the list is actually seeing it written out and having multiple lines just makes it feel like more than if you're doing it in your head.
yeah, um, and expressing thanks for people in your lives and gratitude
Mm-hmm.
in your life. I want to extend that too for like expressing thanks and gratitude for messages that might not be from people that are face to face. So messages from spirit, messages from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that acknowledgement. It's just like when we acknowledge it with a person that's in the physical world, it kind of comes back to you. When you start acknowledging those little things and those little messages, you'll see that they start to happen a lot more often too.
Absolutely. I think that's a great point, and I think that that's something that I've added to my um, gratitude list is being thankful for my intuition
Hmm.
and just having the acknowledgement of that just helps strengthen it as well.
Yeah.
Small acts of
Yes.
kindness, yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, there's no better way to raise your vibration than gratitude.
And you're right. Even just small compliments, even just
Mhm.
telling somebody you like their jacket or their hat or something like that. Yeah, very uplifting. That's a good
Yeah.
point. I like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, great practice to do before bed, just thinking of your day.
Yeah. Great way to start and end the day, right?
Mhm, definitely.
Yeah. Getting in your head and forgetting about gratitude. I feel like
Mhm.
this comment here brings us to the cards that I pulled
Yeah,
before this.
definitely.
So, yeah, it's very easy to get in your head and forget about gratitude. Look outside, look up at the sky, and it's amazing how fast you can get into gratitude. So, that is definitely one of my go to things, too, is even just first of all, from an astrological standpoint, if I stand out and look at the sky and I see the guidance that's around us, there's an immediate thankfulness there. But also, just when you look at the sky and you just, for just that moment, acknowledge the vastness of everything that is around you, nothing
Mhm.
is more humbling and um, I don't know, can just bring instant gratitude to me through that. So I think that's a great thing. Um, yeah, so I did pull a couple cards, 2 cards in typical fashion here for tonight. So when I was meditating on our on our session for tonight, the first card that I pulled here is the 7 of Cups. I don't know if you can see that one there. So the 7 of Cups shows the fella down at the bottom who's looking up at all of these things that are around him, all of these possibilities and options. And advancements and material things and that are in front of him. But there's lots of options here, right? There's probably almost too many things to pull in at one time, almost too much to juggle at one time. So I feel like this leads us into where sometimes we can get distracted from being distracted from gratitude and being grateful for things, because we can have all of these nice things that we aspire for and things that we are looking for, wishful thinking, but that can make it hard to be thankful for the things that we already have. There's nothing wrong with aspiring for future things and moving forward, but sometimes you can have too many irons in the fire, or it can just be that you're thinking about too many things at one time, and you're wishfully thinking about these things that you want and forgetting about the things that you have. So I think the Seven of Cups reminds us that although there are things to reach for, we also have lots already within our toolkit and within our grasp. Um, so not losing that sense of gratitude and that sense of awareness and thankfulness for what we already have. And then as a follow-up here, the Ace of Wands showed up. So the Ace of Wands here is showing us potential, and it's showing us growth and opportunities. So if the Seven of Cups is reminding us that we already have what we need, and although these things up here would be very nice to add, we already have what we need, and we don't have to be so wishful thinking. That potential is within you. That potential and that growth and that new beginning is already within you, as long as you don't get lost within that Seven of Cups and all of that other stuff that is around. So I find it interesting that we had the comment about kind of forgetting about gratitude and getting lost in it, because that's what the cards said before we started here, to be mindful of that. And I think if we remember that we already have what we need, a phrase that's been coming to me within the last few weeks is that it all works out in the end. I've heard that multiple ways from multiple different angles. So although we may wish that we had more or things worked out a little differently, it's going to work out the way it needs to. So you have what you need.
Absolutely. I think that that's a really great point. Going back to the Seven of Cups, to me, it's a card that represents temptations. And having the Ace of Wand with it is the beginning of a new idea, and the shift from one to another, especially in the practice of gratitude, and just kind of making it a regular staple, can really change your mindset. And there's so many TED Talks on gratitude, and Brene Brown as well. I love her. You can find so many great people who just touch on really great points.
Absolutely.
Get to some other volunteering. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Seeing people smile, being heard and cared about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No intentions on bathroom mirror. Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Photos of things to be happy about and things to be grateful of. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that, looking back on happy memories are definitely a thing to trigger gratitude.
Yeah. Acknowledging gratitude anywhere it is, right? Whether it's in the physical or the energetic level. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all right. Thank you for being here, Katie. Yeah, I think there's just something to be said about being thankful for things too. Like, we talk a lot about manifesting things and bringing in abundance and bringing in bringing in new things and bringing in what we want into our life. My number one rule that I was taught as a kid was to be thankful for things before you have them. So
Mhm.
as you are working towards manifestations of any kind of whatever you're trying to bring into your life, the key is to speak as you have these things in your life and already claim them as yours, right? So if you're claiming something as yours and that you already have it, then you almost have no choice but to be grateful for that thing. And then when you're grateful for that thing, it just brings in the more positivity right along with it. And it just snowball effect. It's like that firework you had that starts out as something really small and just all of a sudden blasts into something better, something big.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a point that I've kind of, if somebody is wanting to manifest a new house, being grateful for the one you have and putting attention into that house, whether that be cleaning or small remodel or something like that, and being grateful helps kind of move the energy towards what you're wanting.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah. Um, yeah. All the things. That's right. What other type of gratitude practices do you all have that you like to do? Anything else that like throw out your suggestions because that's what I want to hear.
I think
Thank
that's
you.
a really good point too, is
Yeah.
being grateful for um, the opportunity to live your highest timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And being here, I know that these are people who are trying to reach their highest timeline, and having the mindset is even something to be grateful for, because there are a lot of people who are happy with being complacent and will continue to be in the mindset that life cannot change. Yeah. What if it
Yeah.
works even better than I imagined? Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, and which is actually a point that I forgot I was going to bring up. I have a friend who was job hunting, and she was very sad when she did not get the one that she had wanted. However, she ended up getting a better job, and I told her,
Mm-hmm.
had she gotten that first one, she wouldn't have been hunting for the second one. And so some of those things that end up being disappointing end up working out for you better in the long run than you had even imagined.
Yeah. Absolutely. The universe will close and open doors for you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes different
Yeah.
than what your ego thought it should be like.
Yeah. We get
But
what we
exactly
need,
what
not what we want, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Mm.
Yeah. Starting the day thankful for all of the
Mhm.
things. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting and ending the day that way. Can't ask for much more than that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Just being more learning. Yeah. So today on the Sunday meditation, Thomas talked about the journey being the guru and learning from the
Mm.
journey, right, and the journey being the teacher. Um, how, if when you think that way, how can you not just be grateful for all the things that happen, all of the really good things, all of the maybe not so good things, and all of the in between there, right? You have to be thankful for every little bit of it because he's so right. The journey is the teacher.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, gratitude for the journey.
Yeah.
Somebody said that here. Yep, gratitude for the journey,
Yeah.
definitely.
Totally.
Yeah, that was a great episode today.
Yeah. It was really, really good.
Thank God for all my guides. Yep.
Being a beacon of light. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Those things make it hard to practice gratitude, but if we can find gratitude in something small. And that's, I always try to say that, like, I don't ever want to downplay situations because um, even though we're putting out positive energy and living on our highest timeline here, that doesn't mean that there's not things that happen. But still trying to find gratitude, we're able to, when you're able to do that, that's such a gift to keep that. It really is.
Absolutely. Practicing gratitude doesn't downplay struggles. However, being able to find things that are going right does help at least navigate through some of the things that aren't necessarily working out the way you're wanting them to.
Yeah,
Best of luck to you,
absolutely.
because that definitely is hard. But in those situations, being grateful for health or, a 50th birthday coming up, that is exciting.
Hmm. Party time. Celebrate what we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the universe will fill that void. Got to make room for new blessings.
Right. Yeah.
No no lotus. I love that. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's so true.
Hmm.
So true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No fire, no ash, no phoenix.
Hmm. Absolutely. Saying thankful for random
Mm.
things, anything. Yeah. I often say thank you when I purchase something at the store. So usually it's swiping my card at this point, my debit card or something. But
Yes.
when I hand over cash, or often too when I see like my paycheck in my bank account, um, I just say thank you for having the ability to purchase whatever it is that I'm purchasing. Um,
I do like that practice a lot. And somebody, I think it might even been Thomas, had brought up something about like blessing the money that you
mm,
are giving
mhm,
for the other person,
mm,
not now putting it in their hands to be able to do what they need to do with it.
yeah,
And, you know, I think that it's a little different than gratitude, but I think that um, sending your money to somebody at its highest vibration is a good practice as well.
yeah. I think it still brings in a level of thankfulness and gratitude, because you have the thankfulness for what you're providing and what they're providing too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Mhm.
I feel like anytime you see the positive or you recognize a positive somewhere, you're showing gratitude and you're showing thankfulness in some sort of small way. So really, I think a lot of us probably, although there's probably areas where we should show more gratitude and more thankfulness, I think a lot of us probably practice this more than what we think in small ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think having it on your radar and just being aware of where you are practicing gratitude already helps you do it more often.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Seeing the good later. Sometimes
Mhm.
that's what you have to be grateful for. Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All this love. I love it. I love all the love
Mhm.
within this group every week.
Yep, running water, healthcare, heat and
Hmm.
food. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was just on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yes,
does.
definitely.
Hmm. Raises yours and theirs. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Chain reaction. Yeah. So
Mm,
I
wonderful.
just think it's I don't know. I think it's nice to slow down and think about the things that we're grateful for.
Yeah.
I think everybody probably has some things running through their mind that where they show gratitude, or the little things that we're thankful for. I know I have so many things that I'm thankful for every single day. I'm thankful for my children. I'm thankful for the health of my children. I've recently gotten a new job that is just huge and amazing. I'm so thankful for that. Um, and even all of the struggles and like wonderful things and difficult things that have led up to this point in my life, I'm thankful for all of them, because they've all brought me to where I am now. And yeah, you learn something out of everything. So thankful for all of it. Thankful for the good and the not so good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, especially when you're looking back at past struggles, it's really, it's a good teller now to be grateful for those things. It's hard in the moment,
Yeah.
but looking
Sometimes,
back,
yeah, sometimes you have to wait for that hindsight, right? Sometimes
yeah.
you can't find it in the moment. Kind of similar to your friend that was looking for a job and didn't get the one that she wanted.
Hmm.
A couple years ago, my husband lost his job for the first time ever, and we thought it was absolutely devastating. And it was in the moment, but a couple years later, we are on a brand new venture that we would have never been put on if it wasn't for the fact that he lost his job and felt really, really crummy about that for a little while.
Yeah,
But now looking back, there's no other way that it could have happened, and there was no way we could have seen that in the moment, no way at all. But
right.
now on the other side.
Hmm. Oh, we got a congratulations for you.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm really, really excited and feel super honored. Mhm,
Mm,
mhm. I love that for you, and I am thankful that you have found a spiritual practice. That connectedness makes it something about just having that connectedness makes it easier to show gratitude.
hmm.
However, it allows you to see the bigger picture or understand things or whatever that means to you. It just makes it easier. Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, having a little faith.
What if up? Yeah, which is
Exactly.
this whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. What if it turned out even better than I had imagined? Yeah. Yeah. The
Hmm.
journey is the teacher. Hmm.
Yes. Mm, that's a really good point, Melissa.
Yeah, you don't always have to be reaching for more, and that's what the Seven of Cups is telling us tonight too. Is there are things that seem great and wonderful, and reaching for some of them is okay, but you have to be thankful for what you have in the moment. And yeah, we don't have to be reaching for things all the time. We need to spend a little time where we're at.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, people are agreeing with you.
Mm,
Definitely. It's such a good point.
yeah. Yeah, we do often feel like we need to be moving forward or advancing or moving to the next level or something, right? Always reaching for something, and that's not the case.
Yeah, we live in a society where productivity is definitely put to a very high standard,
Hmm.
and sometimes it's hard to kind of let go of those expectations.
Yeah, and going back to the astrology too, we talked about the Sun Mars thing. If you're feeling that way right now, you're feeling like you have to do something or you're being pushed to do something, there that energy is very much around too to feel like you have to do the thing.
Mhm.
Mm,
Mm,
mhm.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep. Yeah. Everybody agreeing with you too?
Yeah, put right where you're supposed to be at the right time.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And faith in the universe that the universe puts you in the right space at the right time.
Yeah, and that's why the spiritual, having a spiritual practice makes it easier because that gives you whatever that spiritual practice is for you, or it gives you the faith that things are how they're supposed to be.
Mhm. Definitely.
Hmm.
All right. I have one more slide of just samples of a gratitude journal. These are just things that I'd found online, and if anybody wants, I know I have one of these posted in the Discord under, I want to say, the manifesting channel.
Mm.
But any of these as a template that you can even just do in your own notebook are really, really nice to have some sort of thing to follow so you're not trying to come up with something.
Yeah, I really like the last part on the second sheet there where it says, has practicing gratitude helped you this month? That is a very realistic question because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times when we're talking about, when we're talking about these high timeline and high energy things, it makes you feel like you should always be at the top of the top, and that's not always the case. So if you do this constantly, you may have some days that it just really seems like it works, and other days, it just might be a little heavy. So you may not feel that it lifts you up quite so much, but if you didn't have that gratitude, that small amount, imagine how much heavier it would be without that, you know.
Yeah.
But I really like that bottom part because I feel like that's very, very, very realistic.
Yeah, I did too. It's a sort of self-realization added to it, and kind of helping refine the gratitude practice if you get to a point that you're doing it and you're not seeing that it's helping you.
Yeah, doesn't come to be like a mindless practice that you just happen to do right and not actually participate in.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're right.
pressures and
Mhm.
expectations can definitely be hard to manage.
And it's a trap that once you fall in it, it can be very difficult to get out of. It's very true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
me too. I'm
Me
very grateful
too.
for this group and Level Up.
Yes.
Hi, Jennifer.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Another grateful, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
always get challenged, right? So they're going to keep popping up. And what can you learn from it? And that's where maybe that hindsight part comes in. You might not be able to feel that right in the moment, but yeah, definitely always looking at it. What are challenges? They're always going to pop up. Yeah.
Yep, 100%. All right, wonderful. Should we move into the meditation?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's good. Um,
Um,
I think we have lots of good ideas, practices, and things that we're all thankful for to kind of lead us into a gratitude meditation here in the space.
um, let's see.
Look at that pretty little flame. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to start, or would you like me to?
Sure, I can start this
Okay.
time. Try to.
Wonderful.
So, um, why don't we all start by thinking of one thing that we are grateful for? So, a big thing or a small thing. Kind of pull that into your mind and pull that into this meditation here. And I want you to really focus on that one thing that you are grateful for in this moment. The very first thing that comes to your mind. And think about what about this thing that brings you a good feeling. What allows you and makes you prompted to feel grateful for this thing? Positive impact that it has on you. The way that it makes something a little bit more difficult seem a little lessened. As you think about your gratitude and feel the thankfulness that you hold for this that is in front of you, you feel the gratitude start to grow, and you feel a love from within you grow right along with it. Because when we are mindful of that which we show gratitude for, that which we are thankful for, when we are aware and acknowledge it, not only does it raise the energy of that thing, but also raises your own energy and your own vibration. As your love and as your energy grows, this thing, what is in front of you that you are thankful for, although it is very close to you, you release your grips from it and release it into the universe. And as this thing moves away from you, out into the universe, out into the ethers, far away, it carries with you the love, the gratitude, and the thankfulness that you have instilled with it. So you see it moving away, moving about the environment, the world, through the universe. And as it lands in its next destination, it lands with that gratitude and that love and that high vibrational energy that you have instilled within it. And as it makes contact with its next destination, you see that gratitude that you instilled within it making contact with the new destination, spreading about that environment, perhaps reaching another individual somewhere. When we show love and gratitude, when we are thankful for the small things and the big things, that energy travels beyond our own body. And carries with it its own sense of healing, its own sense of love. The more that you are able to show gratitude for, the more you send this beautiful, loving, grateful energy out into the ethers, out beyond your own being.
The gratefulness that we show the world can well up inside of us as love. The many things that touch our hearts every day can bring so much joy to ourselves and to others. Being grateful for this group and people who share a desire to live their highest timeline, and the people in their life to also be living their highest timelines. The positive thoughts that we create help inspire not only the people around us, but the rest of the world. I am grateful for this group and their ability to stand with one another in what they're also grateful for. The joy that we bring to one another is unwielding. The thoughts that we create to raise the vibrations of ourselves and the world is a heroic act. The mindfulness that we practice and the intuition that we develop is all based on the fact that we want the best for everyone. Being grateful for each and every person here sharing in the same dream. The ability to hold each other up in moments of both joy and sadness. We are so very grateful to you and the many impacts you're making in this world. The people who you influence, who you help raise vibrations of regularly, are grateful for you in this journey. As Thomas said this morning in his podcast, the journey is the guru. And being grateful for yours and everybody else who's led them here to this moment and sharing gratitude together makes me very thankful for the journey. The love that we've been able to create and spread over these many months of Level Up has been so inspiring. And this isn't the last. We will be doing this many more times May the love of past level up and the love of future level ups all well up inside you now. The feelings that brings of oneness with one another and oneness with the universe as we all try to push it forward to the world's highest timeline. Love helps maneuver in a joyous way, and we all stand here in this moment wanting love to lead, being mindful to let love lead and not fear. Love is what we all strive to give, and we feel gratitude for the love we're able to give to ourselves and others, as well as the love that we've been able to receive. Gratefulness is something that we should feel every day. And that's something that I wish everyone is able to see just how lucky they are to be down this path. We all are creating a better world for the people now and our children for the future. A world where love is healing. We will continue to move forward and continue to pursue our highest timelines. And we will continue to support one another in that journey. I wish that everyone has a wonderful, wonderful time with family and friends. And I hope that we can all just take a moment to put protection on anybody who might be traveling this week. So I would like us to picture our group on a beach like we love to do. Alyssa, we're very excited for you to be at the beach this week, bringing the group energy to our favorite place. But picture us all there, toes in the sand, hand in hand. And picture a big white circle around us all. May we all be protected. May we all be safe. And may this week bring gratitude and love to each and every one of us. May the love and protection you feel now continue through this lifetime and the next. This group we have together all stands to support that. Many, many thanks to everyone giving their energy in this meditation now and in the future, sharing in this path to everyone's highest timeline. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for that, Kristin. That was wonderful.
Thank you, everybody. That was really great.
Yeah, how nice to just spend some time just in a place of thankfulness and gratitude and just loving awareness for all the wonderful things that are here to teach us and lead us.
Absolutely.
And yes, much love to everybody this week.
Yeah. Grateful for an open heart. I love that.
And you know what? You always have that with you, right? No matter what happens, you always have your heart with you. So that's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're so welcome. We love to do it.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yes. You're so welcome. Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, because it's the energy all together that makes this what it is. It really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, have a wonderful week. Wonderful Thanksgiving if you're celebrating.
Yeah. I hope everybody has something to be thankful for, whether you're with family or not.
Yes, absolutely. Bring all of the energy with you.
Please do. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Much gratitude to you too.
Absolutely. Yeah, it really is a special space.
I am. I'm so thankful for the Level Up and the group. I'm so thankful for the podcasts. I'm thankful for the friends that I've made through all these various ways, like people that I never thought I would come in contact with. Life-changing.
Yeah. And I've just enjoyed doing this with you so much. And, you know, when Thomas reached out to us and we were like, let's do it together, it's been absolutely perfect.
It has. It's been great. Yeah. I love it. Yes.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste. Much gratitude. Good night.
Night, Pam.
Yes. Thank you too, Kathleen. Always love to see you here. All right. Well,
thank you, everybody, for sharing all of your inputs and suggestions too, because that's really what I like to hear. I know what I already do, but I like to hear what everybody else already does, and the confirmations that things that keep getting said over and over, right? The confirmations and the repeating shows that many of us are on the same page, and yeah, it's just nice.
Absolutely. I love to learn from all of you in your practices, and just being able to have those conversations is really nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Wonderful. Everyone have a great week and a wonderful holiday.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.